Ooh! Today we're gonna check out some of the biggest mistakes some of us have made while playing Pokemon GO. My biggest mistake is actually to even start playing Pokemon GO. No, I'm just kidding with you guys. But yeah, today I'm gonna share with you guys some of the biggest mistakes some of us have made, playing Pokemon GO from the community as I asked the question on Twitter, and also I'm gonna share with you guys my very own mistake that I made. Alright, so hi to all of you guys. So well, let me go ahead and bring my screen up and I'm gonna show you guys Pokemon GO first because, well, I actually tweeted out that I made a mistake, not exactly my fault, because Shadow, bonus damage was only implemented on, I believe, early 2020, March 2020 if I'm not mistaken. So I actually purified close to a Hundo Shadow Weavile, and it's now a Hundo purified Weavile, which I would be happier to actually keep it as a Shadow form, but unfortunately what's done is done and I can't undo it anymore. But it's okay, this is still a Hundo, and I think that's my one and only Hundo that I got. So I mean I have a lot of Sneasels included in Shundo, so yay. So anyway, let's go ahead and check out Twitter over here as I asked the question. Share your biggest mistake that you regret doing in Pokemon GO. Accidentally powering up a Pokemon or discarding items or transferring certain Pokemon, etc. This is my purifying a Weavile to make it into a Hundo instead of using it as a Shadow. So, over the years of playing Pokemon GO, I've made, mistakes, accidentally purifying, this particular Pokemon, powering up certain Pokemon, or doing certain things that I didn't want to do, but those are pretty small. But the one that's pretty hard pain to see whenever I see it is this one, that I can remember off the top of my head and even checking through my account. Other than that though, we have a total of close to 600 comments to go through. Good luck to me as we have a lot of mistakes to check through, so let's check out who we would like to see first. Well, for those of you who do not play PvP, I understand what this trainer means. Linden. Transferring a 5-15-15 Registeel before XL Registeel with Z-Cannon was a thing for Ultra League. That is painful to see, bro, but ouch, hopefully you get a better one. Okay, this is some sort similar to mine by Mellow Skitty. I tell myself it was a 14 attack. I have to dig up the OG screenshot and check it out. It's now a Hundo Tyranitar. Yep, I mean if it's 14-15-15 Shadow Tyranitar, ouch. And now we have someone who actually purified a Mewtwo, and she understands that it's not the right thing to do. She says, sadly I purified my best Shadow Mewtwo and now it's a 98% level 50 purified Mewtwo. Ouch. This is the first time I'm even seeing a Mewtwo with return actually. Like on this screen, most people would change the move to Side Strike or something else. Ouch. Okay, this is really hard pain to see by Crafty Snacks. My biggest regret is accidentally purifying my 100% Shadow Belden. Fell asleep with phone in hand, woke up having pressed purify, so gutted. Oh my god. That is the thing that, Princess worries about, because she actually got herself a Hundo Shadow Belden, right? And, whenever she does the purification, because I told her you want to purify your Beldens and then evolve them to transfer them away to get more Candy XL when you actually purify them up to level 25. But whenever she does that, she gets very worried and she has to double check, triple check, and she will actually appraise every single Belden. But I told her the way to do it is to just type Shadow and Belden and exclamation favorite, so you remove all the favorited Pokemon and just hope one day she doesn't accidentally purify the wrong one. Yeah. Now we have a trainer by the name Uphe Gaming 17. It's the biggest mistake I've ever done. Transfer unknown exclamation from Safari Zone Dortmund, Germany 2018. Now I have found out that that's incredibly rare. Well, that is technically not the rarest unknown. The rarest one is Questionmark, because I have a lot of question marks on my head and wondering when is Questionmark coming back, and I know of people who accidentally transferred it and now it's even more rare. Okay, this is pretty weird but also interesting by this trainer called Tedisteris. Thought I could get 100 before I knew about 20% damage buff, but you can see a purified Entei over here that has the IVs 15, 13, 14. How would that go into a hundo if you purify it? I mean, after you purify a Pokemon, the IVs go up by 2. So this Entei probably has, like 13 attack minimum, and then defense is probably like 11, HP is like 12, and you purify it went up by 2 each. Not sure how it would go up to a hundo, man. Now, we have a rather painful post by my friend Christian Milan. He said, I purified my Shadow Zapdos. Never power up Pokemon when you are half asleep. Yeah. So, ouch. It's turned into a 15, 14, 15. Even if it's a hundo, a Shadow is still better than a hundo. So, ouch, bro. But anyway, I've always advised Auntie Gladys and Anne also never ever to power up their Shadow Pokemon when they are like super duper tired. Only do it when they are super duper awake, or the best is to do it in front of me. Auntie Gladys normally she'll power up her Metagross or whatever Shadow Pokemon in front of me. I would make sure and double check to make sure that it's all done properly. Even when she Elite Charge DMs her Shadow Mewtwo's etc., she'll do it in front of me, just to make sure that she's stepping on the right moves and not, choosing Psychic instead of Psystrike. Yeah. Okay, this is quite sad to see from Jake. He said, from 2016 to 2018, I never upgraded storage and transferred all my Pokemon. I broke the habit when I restarted in 2021, but I solely regret all those lost Pokemon. It's pretty hard pain to see that all those 2016 to 2018 Pokemon could have been used to get a higher chance for a lucky trade Pokemon for himself. So that's pretty hard pain. Okay, this is pretty hard pain to see from a trainer by the name Tim. He said, playing for almost 3 years, not understanding Niantic's old appraisal system, not knowing about third-party apps. I hate to think of how many hundos I've tossed. He's talking about third-party apps like Pokegenie, etc. that helps you to do IV appraisal. But for me, when I first started playing the game, I was introduced to IVs only 5 days after playing the game, and I was using PokeAssistant.com, and my friend was explaining to me how IV works. And yeah, the old system was like HP, attack, defense, and then if you're a Mystic, it'll say something is a wonder. So, if you're Instinct, they'll say HP, attack, defense is the best. So I know a lot of people actually transfer away quite a number of Pokemon, myself included, because the old appraisal system, you will need to appraise Pokemon one by one. I definitely transferred a lot of hundo Pokemon also, Tim, so you're not alone. I think I understand what this trainer is trying to say. Ron Spearbro accidentally hit one too many power-ups on this. 1509. Probably was supposed to be for Great League. As you guys can see, the IVs, 1 attack, 14 defense, and 13 HP. Ouch. Okay, this trainer, Decryptox, he said, I transferred 300 regular rare candy before XL was introduced by accident. I don't have a screenshot because it was a mistake at the time. As a casual player, it was very rough to see the hard work be discarded so quickly. Yup, that is very, very hard pain, bro. Yup, to see 300 regular rare candies being discarded. And I think so far I've never accidentally discarded my rare candies before, but I did accidentally use it on certain Pokemon before that I did not want to use it on because I just tapped too fast. But it's just one rare candy and it's not like, a mass amount of it. But still, it's hard pain to see that. Ouch. Okay, a trainer by the name Frank Buckner, he said, I accidentally purified my Shadow Hundo Sable. I thinking I was powering up while I was talking with someone. I don't even want to take a screenshot. It makes me so mad at myself. Bro, trust me, you're not the only one. But yes, some of my friends have proposed to me the idea of, asking Niantic to try and introduce an item like a lock, that you can lock your Pokemon, that you cannot power it up, you cannot evolve it, and you cannot even purify it at all. An item like that would be really useful, even if it's going to cost, say, 5,000 Pokecoins. I'm pretty sure a lot of people, even myself, will actually use that item to actually lock our Pokemon. Especially when sometimes some people will hand their phones to their kids to actually play around and their Pokemon get purified. Including Auntie Gladys's one when her grandson actually accidentally purified one of her Metagrosses. And the boy actually said, oh. Well, I'm not sure if this has happened to some of you guys before though. So this trainer by the name Daniel Duron, he said, I was clearing my bag mindlessly when an egg hatched. It was a shiny Pichu, but I accidentally released it because I had gotten used to hitting transfer and yes over and over again. I did it before I even knew what happened. And for me, I've never accidentally transferred away a Pokemon, especially a shiny Pokemon. Most shiny Pokemon that I transfer away are on purpose. But there are times that I hear from Auntie Gladys and even Anne that they accidentally transfer a certain Pokemon that they didn't want to, especially a Hundo or a shiny or whatsoever. I'll be like, oh my god. Yep, it happens, guys. Okay, this is pretty hard pain to see. So far, I've never done it myself before to accidentally give a Pokemon a second charge move that I didn't want to. And yeah, it costs 100,000 Stardust to give Melton a second move times 2. That's 200,000 Stardust, bro. But yeah, it's so hard pain to see this, man, because I don't think he's gonna use this to Meltons at all. But yeah, ouch. So another trainer by the name the Pokey Kid, he said, I never have mass transfer on, and the one time I enabled it was to get rid of my excess Meltons and accidentally transferred the 100% Melton I had caught. Didn't even realize until I wanted to see how many I had, and it wasn't my most recent catch. So probably he went to search for Melton, select all and transfer everything without favoriting the Hundo Melton, and ouch. Okay, we have screenshot of someone really accidentally purifying a Hundo Shadow Pokemon by this trainer, Juan B. Tion. This is mine, but I really don't know how it happened because already was a level 50 Shadow and had the legacy move Hydro Cannon. Was my only one Shadow Hundo, now it's almost nothing. Alright, check out this screenshot first. It's a Hundo Shadow Swampert. Remember the weight of this Swampert, 83.59 kilograms, alright? And we go to the next Swampert. Same date that it was caught on, 24th of May 2022, and the weight is also the same, and it's the purified one. Of course, the CP wouldn't change at all. My god, I probably will pull my hair out if I were to accidentally purify a Hundo Shadow that I want to keep it as, I keep all the Shadow Hundo definitely, so ouch. Okay, this is quite sad to see though. This trainer said that this was a rank 1 Lapras for the Ultra League, and he accidentally purified it. Ouch. So another trainer over here, he said, I purified my Shadow Shiny Coughing from Jesse and James and regret it so much. You guys want to know something? I'm even thinking, when is Jesse and James even coming back on the Meowth Balloon, because it's been years since they actually came back. When are they coming back, man? Well, I said to you guys, Auntie Gladys did accidentally purify some of her Metagross. In fact, 2 that she actually Elite Charge DM them, and one of them was 93%, the other one was I think 96%. Just like this particular trainer over here, my biggest regret was purifying a 96% Shadow Belden. Now it's a Hundo purified Belden. Ouch, Jay. See what I mean, guys? See what I mean? Tommy just said it. My son was playing on my phone. Yup, it purified Mewtwo. Yup, it purified HoOh. And yup, it purified Entei. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Like I said, we need an item to lock our Shadow Pokemon. Well guys, this is something that I didn't expect to see by Augian Chip on tweets. He said, evolving this before Shadow Alolan Marowak was released still hurts like crazy to talk about it. I understand where he's coming from, and yeah, I could have evolved it into a Hundo Shadow Alolan Marowak. Though, to be very honest, even if you do get it as a Hundo Shadow Alolan Marowak, it's not going to be useful even for the Ultra League. It will max out at roughly 2100 or 2200 CP. See guys, sometimes when Niantic says that certain things wouldn't come back, well, I would still keep my Pokemon for the future just in case they do come back. So Steph, she actually says, trusting Niantic when they said Master League Premier Cup would never come back, then power up my Master League Premier Cup Mons to 50 for them to go, just kidding, we are bringing back Master League Premier Cup, guys. This is pretty interesting to see, guys, by this trainer called Fleece. Pogo Fleece. I accidentally purified my Shadow Shiny Metagross, so I traded it away. Well, looking at this particular screenshot over here, the name of the Metagross is in some Japanese word. But if you look at the total number of days spent together is 73. So he actually buddied this Pokemon before getting it up to even almost to Ultra Buddies. And it has been around with him till 2 years ago. Almost 2 years ago. So he transferred it. He traded it away and it's no longer with him. so he can't even show it in his storage at all. I would probably do that too. Okay, this is pretty painful to read by Jack Wagner. He said, accidentally transferred my Apex HoOh cause I forgot to favorite it and then mass transferred my recents. Yikes. Well, I mean, Apex Shadow HoOh? I mean, you will still use the regular one for the Master League. That's the only saving grace I can tell you. But yeah, it's the Apex, ouch. Oh my god, look what my friend did. Diglett 9cm. I pressed too much power up button for my rank 18 Ultra League Shadow Caesar, and now it's at 2774 CP. How much more do you press to actually go past 2500, bro? I mean, now that you have already gone to this, let's just wait for a new cup to appear for under 3000 CP, alright? Wait. What am I reading here? Okay, this trainer by the name Michael Briggs, he said, TM'd Side-Strike off my first and only at the time Mewtwo. I was new to the game and didn't understand TMs or exclusive moves. Oh my. Now that you say this, Michael, I just remember that I accidentally TM'd away one of the moves that I didn't want to keep. There are certain exclusive moves or community moves that I would purposely TM away. Example like Mamoswine with Ancient Power. I wouldn't keep that. But there was one particular, not community move, but it was an exclusive move, a legacy move that I accidentally TM away. But I can't remember which Pokemon it was. But it's not Mewtwo, it's something else that I actually wanted to keep it. And I don't think we can actually elite TM for that move anymore back. So, GG to that Pokemon. But I can't remember which one was it. Okay, I understand what this trainer is trying to say. Dean 1967. At the time, I had purified it for PvP and did not know that I needed to keep return for its second move because it can't get a second move any other way. Actually, you have to keep frustration, you mean. Then you purify it, then after you get return. After that, you would be able to get a move. So basically, what you want to do is to do it like this over here. I actually have the Wobbuffet. Okay. And it's over here, this particular one. You can double move it, but that is if you actually kept frustration, and then you give it a second move after that, after you have purified it. Yep, and this one is the one that's a level 15 as a Hundo. Well, this looks interesting, Michael. Transferring my Hundo Slowpoke to Pokemon Home. Okay, I mean, now it has amazing stats. Right, ouch. Well, actually this mistake is not exactly a really big mistake by Rai. He said, not that big deal, but I wish I didn't evolve my shiny Togepi that I hatched. The shiny is much nicer and it gets rarer in general because it's a baby Pokemon. Yes, I totally agree with you that it is rarer as a baby Pokemon because the Togetic you can actually get from the WoW, whereas the Togepi you cannot. And hence that is also why I will never ever power up this particular Togepi that I hatched 2 years ago. That was a Shando. Alright, so I told myself never ever to evolve this, and I will never ever do it. Hopefully that's not gonna be the next biggest mistake for me, okay? Okay, this is quite hard pain to see by Daniel Quest Kwan. He said, I lost a bet. What bet did you lose, man? What bet did you lose to need to purify this Mewtwo, man? That's a bet that I wouldn't want to bet on, man. Well guys, there are just so many comments to go through, but I just want to mention one last mistake that my friend Paul Barside2 has made. He said, I traded a maxed out Hundo Tyranitar to his girlfriend Ali Babut. By mistake, I purified a Hundo Shadow Namo by mistake when I was gonna power it up. And even my dear friend Jiren, he said, how do you trade a maxed out Hundo Tyranitar by mistake, Paul? Well, I've never done any Hundo trades by mistake, but I've done it on purpose. Especially to a lot of kids when I meet, you know, at the event sites when they ask me for a Tyranitar or a Dragonite or something like that. And I don't have anything else left other than my Hundo Tyranitar or even my Dragonite. I'll just say, okay, you can take this like seriously because I don't use some of the Hundos anymore since I'm already using Purified. Aha, that's a mistake. Shadow Pokemon. So hence, you know, I don't use any of the non-shadow ones anymore already. And yes, you're most welcome to Mama Woods. Well, it's almost traded a max out Shando Tyranitar. Thank you for teaching me to favorite your Shandos. You're most welcome. So I just want to scroll through. You guys can see a lot of people are talking about them purifying their shadow Pokemon and whatnot. It's just insane to see so many people talking about, hey, we just reached to the very bottom of the track. Okay, great, man. Alright, so it's pretty hard been to see a lot of people purifying their shadow Pokemon to get up to Hundo, or some of them not even close to a Hundo at all by accident. I know a lot of people have done that, including like some of my friends also. But of course, myself, that I did towards the Weavile, that was done before Shadow bonus was even introduced to the game. Of course, if you ask me if I would like to have an opportunity to like make them shadow again, or basically to unpurify them, yes, I would definitely be happy to do that. And you know, I wouldn't mind even paying Poke Coins to buy a certain item to actually make my Pokemon shadow Pokemon again. Although the IVs might drop, which kind of would make sense for that to happen. But, you know, those are just some ideas that I'm thinking that Niantic could do in the future. But yeah, that would also mean that it would become a more play to or pay to win game. So I don't know, but we need the item to lock our Pokemon though. That would be pretty useful, right, Niantic? So that is all from me, man. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed listening from me, my biggest mistake, and also some of the biggest mistake that some of the players in the community have committed before. But not to worry, you know, as long as you don't make a big mistake to do this to your account, to do this, like go all the way to settings, go all the way to like advanced settings, and like, yep, do that. As long as you guys don't do that biggest mistake, you guys will be fine. Yep, there will still be Pokemon for you to catch, and of course you can still continue to grow your account regardless of whether you have accidentally transferred with a Shadow Hundo, a Shundo, or whatsoever. Especially every day is always a chance for you to get a brand new Pokemon. Alright, so I'll see you guys in the next episode in the next video. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye!